Being a Nigerian student shouldn't stop you from achieving your goals or doing some side hustles in school to assist yourself. So that's why today I'm going to be telling you a true life story. Actually, I'm going to be rounding up my series on businesses that I did as a Nigerian student. You need to go back and watch the first one if you've not watched it, and I'll be right back. For those that watched my YouTube video last time, thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Please, I hope you subscribed. And if you've not watched it, just go back and watch. You know why I did that video? It was actually because I just want to encourage people that you can do anything you want to do, especially if you're students, or even if you're not a student, you can do anything you want to do. That's just it. You can do any business as long as it's an opportunity. Just take advantage of it. So guys, I stopped at 300 level, so when I got to 400 level, I will tell you one story, but I will try to be very fast. So the school moved to the market. There was a market that was in between the hostel and the classes. So the school moved the market to somewhere very far, and that place was so far that the transport fare that you used to get to that place and you used to get to town was the same thing. And most students like to buy tomatoes and pepper. So I went to town and went to have a deal with one woman that sells tomato and pepper in bulk, and I bought from her like a bowl. That time they said a bowl for like 500 naira, a very big bowl, and I brought it to the hostel and I started selling it. I put in 50 naira. Do you know, from a bowl I made like times two? Yeah, I made about times two of that tomato. Like if I buy 500, I'll make like 1,000. Even sometimes I make like 1,500, and I sell it within about 2 days. Then also I now went to also so I was in farming because I studied agri-economics. So I was buying egg from the farm because they were selling it cheap. I know a lot of students, we like egg now. Who has money for fish and all that? So most people buy eggs, and I was selling egg in the hostel. And then they were selling a crate of egg about 600 naira on the farm, even 550 sometimes. And I will sell 30 naira, and how we have 30 crates, and so I was selling everything for 900 naira, and within 2-3 days I'm done. And when I go back to farm, I wasn't wasting money. I have to go to farm whether I'm buying egg or I'm not buying egg. So I made a lot of money from that also. And also, I didn't tell you, when I was in 400 level, a lady left her blender with me, and I felt there were people in the hostel that didn't have blender, so many people, and I felt I could make money off it. And so I started blending for people at a cheaper rate. So people will come buy tomato, buy pepper from me, buy stuff from me, and still blend it, and I was collecting 20 naira. Seriously, trust me, I use that money. Like most of the time when my parents give me money, most of the time I was using it for maybe buy foodstuffs to eat, or I was sure I used to buy things, yeah, but that money I was using it to enjoy my life. So that was it. That was the business I did. And when I got to 500 level, I had a GP to close together, and I made a mistake in 500 level, and that is one thing I will talk about on reasons why you are not succeeding in that business. When I was in 500 level, I was so I really wanted to build my GP that I didn't continue my tomato business. And funny enough, I was in 400 level, I was in sports all, and I was 400 level, I was also in sports all, and people had known me for tomato and pepper because I was really concerned about my GP. I now stopped for a while. Do you know, the moment I stopped, somebody else started the business, and so when I was trying to come back, I was no longer relevant because another person had taken the business. So I was just struggling. My tomatoes, unlike 10 then that I was really selling tomatoes and pepper, by this time my tomatoes were already, dying. They were not spoiling, sorry. They were already spoiling. So my dear, that was how that business pack up. I now had to think of another thing, to do. And I was now, okay, when I was in 500 level, yeah, they did one program in my school where they told us to come and learn catering. And I went to learn, it was cheap. And whenever I was broke, I don't tell my mom because maybe I've used the money to buy clothes. I now went and bought flour. I'll make donuts. I'll go room by room, I'll sell, I'll collect my money. Sometimes I'll buy all materials for 500 naira and sell like 1,000 and make extra 500 naira. Then also, apart from that donuts, what else did I do? Okay, I used to bake cake. Yeah, I was baking cake, you know. And so when I also got to the service year, don't laugh at me that my Jama is plenty. You see, during my service year, I stayed at home. Before my service year, I was at home, and there was this man that was making bags, souvenir bags near our house, and I went to learn. And when I got to service year, I started making souvenir bags. In fact, I made bags for one person's wedding. It was so much, and I collected a lot of money, you know, because I could sew. Because when I was in 200 level, I went to learn tailoring. I went to learn tailoring during the ASU strike. Yeah, so I went to learn how to make souvenir bags, and I made souvenir bags during service year. I used to make donuts, you know, for CDS because I learned it and I saw it as an opportunity during CDS, and I used to make it for CDS programs. And I also, when I was in school, there was this sponge drink that we usually do in church. And when I got to service here, I did the punch and I started selling it to CDS group. I just felt that coppers now, they will not want to buy malts. You know, alawi, you want to hide everything. So I just felt, okay, what can I do to, you know, enter this market? And I remember that we used to do punch as in my fellowship then, and on campus for birthday parties. So I started making punch and I started selling in buckets. And then I was in the north, so fruits were actually very cheap. Fruits were really cheap. So all the fruits I will use, it's not even up to 200 naira. Seriously, I started to sell watermelon for like 50 naira, big one in the north. So all the Froster, Clark, everything I was using was not even up to 200 naira. Ice block, water, everything, and I was selling in buckets for about 1.5. I'm telling you. And I was making, sometimes when we have CDS programs, I'm the one that will make for all the CDS groups and sell. So apart from my alawi, I made a lot of money in my pocket during CDS just because I took advantage of opportunities around me, you know. And so that was, I think that's where I will stop my business, because now finally I'm into spices. I'm into spices. I'll just about that later, you know, but not today. I'm into spices, how I started my spice business. I'll just about that later. It's a very interesting story, you know. But that was it. So if you're a Nigerian student, or even if you're not a student, if you are whether you're a married man or you're a single lady and you are still waiting for the big job, see my dear, there are so many opportunities around you that you can, you know, take advantage of and make money for yourself, you know, until when maybe if you like, you get the big job. But the truth is, entrepreneurship pays. It's just for you to know what to do and make money off it. So thank you guys for listening to the end of the story. I really appreciate everybody that liked, and those that will still like, I am already appreciating you before you like. Please subscribe, and please tell your friends, like, let people listen to this story now, because it will help them. Sincerely, it will help them. So thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Please follow me on Instagram. My name is Moments with Lois. I give quotes, and most of those quotes I actually just formulated them from my experiences and, you know, what I've seen around and what I've read, you know, and I just put them together into one or two quotes, and it may help you, it may help your friend, it may help us. Let's grow together, you know. So thank you very much, and bye. Don't forget to subscribe.